If you're afraid of being buried alive, you are not alone. Because if you were to go to this cemetery in Vermont, you might stumble upon a grave with a window to peek inside. The grave belongs to a man named Timothy Clark Smith, who had a fear of being buried alive. It may seem like an irrational fear for some, but this was much more common than people today realize. One instance you may have already heard of happened in the Victorian era when a socialite from Argentina had collapsed on her birthday. She was presumed dead and buried as a result. But a cemetery worker later noticed that her coffin had moved, and when he opened it, he found scratch marks on the inside after she had awakened and tried to escape. And believe it or not, these cases still happen today, though it's much more rare. So Timothy had patented a design for his own burial site. Not only did this include the window on his tombstone, but he had also built a contraption that included a bell. This way, in the unlikely case that Timothy were to wake up 6 feet under the ground, he could pull a string and ring the bell to signal for help. This is actually where the term dead ringer comes from. Timothy would end up passing away on Halloween Day in 1893. The bell was eventually removed from his final resting place, but the window to see inside still remains, even though visibility is low after all of these years. And thankfully, he was placed in a casket. Otherwise, you would have had a front row seat to his entire decomposition process, which is an incredibly disturbing thought.